Hello, and welcome to another huge edition of Philip's Podcast. Let's just go old school today.
Oh my gosh!
We are wrapping up an epic series on our sample FCAT problems so that you do not have epic fail on the FCAT like these people had epic fail. All right, today's podcast is going to be on our last FCAT problem. Hip, hip, hooray! Problem number 5. First thing you're going to do on the FCAT is stop and read the problem. The second thing you're going to do on the FCAT is yellow light, slow down, highlight, circle, underline important information. So, if you would, circle the chart on your paper because that's going to be important. And please underline the question, what are they asking us to do? Which is the best prediction of the rise of the water level in inches in her tank after a storm produced 2.25 inches of rain? 2.25 is important, so circle that. And also notice, guys, they want to know your answer in inches. They put inches by all of your answer choices. So you want to make sure on the FCAT that you go back and look at the chart or the information they gave you. In this case, you're going to look at the chart, and the units in the chart are inches also. So before we do green light, let's hop in our time machine and travel back in time to chapters 2, 3, and 4. Buckle in. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Alrighty, peeps. Now we're ready for green light. We're going to go and work the problem. If you would, on your paper, please label the domain as rainfall in inches. That's also your X, so if you write that on your paper. And your range is going to be the rise of water level in the storage tank. And your range is going to be Y. This is an input-output table or a function table. You put something in, you get something out. Also, if you would, please put on your paper that this would be continuous, because to determine if it's continuous or discrete, you're always going to look at your domain, which is your X. In this case, we're talking about rainfall, which is measured in inches. Inches can be broken down to other units, such as what? Millimeters? What else? Centimeters? All kinds of things. Feet? Yards? Therefore, since it can be broken down into other units, it is continuous. Now, don't go anywhere. You know it's coming. You're going to take it like a man. You're going to take it like a woman. And you're just going to sit there. Because I'm about to say, "Duh, bears!" Yeah, buddy, look at all those vocabulary words. Oh, nice. Alrighty. The problem wants us to get to 2.25 inches. So I made myself a note. I want to get to 2.25 inches of rainfall. So if you notice here in your chart, your domain, nice. Your rainfall in inches, your X, are not listed in order. We've got 1.5, then 0.5, then 2.5. It'd be much easier if they were listed in order from smallest to biggest. So let's go ahead and make a new chart, and we're going to start this new chart with 0.5. Now notice on my chart I continued to count by 0.5, and I'm going to explain that in just a second. So what I would like you to do is pause the podcast, and on your paper you're going to draw yourself a new chart. Count by 0.5 for the X and 8 for the Y. Range, nice. And I want you to make yourself 1, 2, 3, for 5 boxes. So pause the podcast, copy that chart on your paper, and then we will resume. Also, if you can make sure that you've labeled your input-output function table, nice. Rainfall for the X, rise of water for the Y. Here's why I count it by 0.5 every single time. I'm going to think of this as money, so I want to get to $2.25. So what I said was each 0.5 equivalent to 1/2, 50%, nice, is like 50 cents. So I have 50 cents, that's going to make $1, $1.50, $2, that's going to make a total of $2.50. But notice that in the problem, they want me to get to $2.25. So if I'm thinking of money, I'm at $2.50, but I want to get to $2.25. So since I'm at $2.50, but I only want to get to $2.25, I'm going to say, what's half of 50 cents? Half of 50 cents would be 25 cents. So half of the 50 cents here is going to be 25 cents. Half of half of 8 is 4. So on your paper, in the last box, take half of the 50 cents and write 25 cents. Take half of the 8, which is 4. Now, if we go back, 50 cents is $1. That's another $1, so I'm at $2. Now I'm at $2.25. $2.25 is what they wanted me to get to. So I'm simply going to say 8 and 8 is 16. Another 8 and 8 is 16. If I go back and look at my answer choices, 16 and 16 is going to be more than letter F. Cross that out. 16 and 16 is going to be more than G, 28 inches. But don't get tricked, because some of you are going to just say 16 times 2, or add 16 and 16 and say 32, and you're going to go with choice H. No, don't look at the light. But I can't help it. It's so beautiful. Don't get zapped. You got to count that 4 here, and when we, add those together, that's going to give you a total of 36. So H is the tricky answer. I is the perfect answer. Alrighty, peeps. That wraps up our epic series. It was huge. And it's too bad Caroline's absent today. Oh well. On your answer key, 4 square root of 25. Perfect square rational number. Oh yeah, you knew it was coming one more time. Da bears. Make sure you bubble in letter I. If you would return your packet to the counter and return your iPod to the case, we'll get ready for top score. Have a fantastic spring break. See ya. You know it. I wouldn't want to be ya. Later. Keep it real.